that you've chosen your first sewing pattern and your fabric, the next question is, how do you get started? Hi, I'm Emily with Threaded Journey. In my last video, I showed you how to choose your first garment pattern to sew. The first thing you need to do is decide what size you're going to make. Now, hear me on this. It is not your store-bought size. You need to measure your body. Most of the pattern instructions will have a chart of where to measure. There's YouTube videos on how to measure, but you're going to do an upper bust measurement, a bust measurement, wear your bra when you do that, wear whatever you're going to wear underneath so that it fits the same, a waist measurement, and a hip measurement. Don't get too caught up in exactly where that hip measurement is. Basically, they're wanting to know the biggest part of you down there. So just kind of go for that area. But get some good measurements, and don't forget to remeasure pretty much every time that you're making a garment, because we change sizes. Your instructions may have a size chart and a finished garment measurements. This is where your garment ease comes into play. You're going to see that finished garment measurements mostly on woven fabric patterns. You'll see it some on knits, but mostly wovens. And what it's including is how much bigger the garment is going to be so that you can move in it. Because woven does not stretch at all, it cannot sit super close to your body, so it cannot be perfect. So what the pattern does is it adds in ease. And what that is the difference so that you can move in it. If it was fitted to your body, you would not be able to sit or move your arms because there would be no extra room because the woven fabric doesn't stretch. This is where I got confused. There is such a thing as negative ease. Sometimes knit will have negative ease. Most of the time, knit is just itself, whatever. You can automatically move in it. It's just kind of built in a little bit. But if it's more of a fitted garment, it will have negative ease. This was my first dress that I actually finished. And the way the pattern instructions are, you do the entire top before you add on the skirt. So I tried on the top and it was literally suctioned to my body. And I was like, this is not going to fit. So I was like, okay, I'm going to finish it anyway. My new mantra is trust the process, because that's what I should have said, is trust the process. It had negative ease. The pattern piece is tiny. It's really even tinier than my body is. Not by much, but a little bit. It's tiny. So that's where that negative ease comes in, because the pattern maker knows that because knit stretches, once the skirt was added, that weight of the skirt pulled on the top and made it so it no longer suctioned to my body. It just fits nicely. A woven pattern piece is a lot of times going to look too big. That's the ease that's added in. And your knit one, if it's fitted, may look too small. So don't get confused like I did. Let me show you what I did. This was my original first dress. I abandoned it for reasons that I talk about in the first video. But after I had made that knit dress, I went back to this one. So I was looking at the pattern pieces and thought there was some kind of a mistake, that I had measured wrong. I don't know, picked the wrong size, whatever, because the pattern pieces looked huge. And because it was a Big Four pattern company, I was making like a 14, where on a store-bought, I wear a 6. I couldn't understand that at all. It was so confusing to me. So I ended up cutting the pieces for this dress to be a little bit more to my knit dress size pattern pieces. That was a huge mistake because I ended up making this dress too small. I did wear it once. I could not raise my arms up at all. And my husband had to get it zipped up. It fit so tight because I didn't understand that I had to have at least a little bit of ease. That woven just does not fit like knit does. You need that ease. So you need to look at your finished garment sizes. A lot of times that finished garment size doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but occasionally it does, especially if you are just right on the line of going to the next size. You might want to look at the finished garment size and just make sure that there's enough room that you can move in it. It is helpful. If you've been feeling stuck because you didn't know where to start with your sewing journey, hope this video gives you a clear path forward. Just remember, sew what you already love, choose a beginner-friendly pattern, and match your fabric to the pattern. In the next video, we'll talk about printing your pattern, prepping your fabric, and cutting out your fabric pieces. And then, of course, sewing it all together. Hope you'll join me at Threaded Journey for our next video.